Hello, Internet. I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz. This is Wine is Serious Business, episode
62.
262. Thank you.
Yes.
I hadn't even thought about it. So, what are we here drinking today? This is kind of going to be a fun show.
Got some more Franciacorta samples from our friend Catherine with Balzac.
Yeah.
She does a lot of work promoting these guys, and we enjoyed tasting them in the past.
We have.
We like sparkling wines, and it's fun to get to try it some more. If you don't know, or if you missed the last show. These are made like a method traditionnel style, like re-fermented in the bottle.
Yep.
Made with Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and sometimes Pinot Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
Up to 50% Pinot Blanc, but the rest has to be Pinot Noir or Chardonnay. So similar to Champagne, but normally,
yeah, pretty right in line with Champagne. But,
yeah.
But from Italy.
Yes. So we left the corks on because that's an opportunity for us to embarrass ourselves on camera. We know you like that. We're gonna pop them. Yeah.
The first one? Oh, all right.
Go for it.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well done. And we've got like a glass light fixture above us, so
I'll see if I can't shatter it by the end of the show.
credit.
Yeah.
We found a nice solid pour there. It's good.
It looks good.
Chaz doesn't have to work tomorrow.
I did pour too. I did pour a lot, didn't I?
Yeah, it's a good pour.
Poured like a glass.
So
all
bottle
right.
number one. This is the Cavalieri, I think. I don't think they do Cavalieri in Italian. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
But this is Blanc de Blanc. Did a little bit of reading about these guys. It's cool. They only do Blanc de Blanc, and it's 100% Chardonnay. So that's what they grow, and that's what they want to showcase in their Franciacorta sparkling wine.
Awesome.
Smell a little bit of the yeast. A little bit of apple flavors, kind of drifting towards dried apples a little more on the richer side.
Right. So this reminds me of there's these lemon cream tarts they do at
Yes.
at the bakery right down the street from my house. Anyway.
Okay.
So we get them pretty regularly, and this sort of has that aroma, right? Like it's kind of the citrus notes. There's a little bit of creaminess to it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit like bread yeast.
A little bit of pie crust.
There's a pie crust. Yeah. So.
Tart crust. Nice.
Mm-hmm. It smells really good.
Carries pretty straight through. I think
Mm-hmm.
the nose just shows up on the palate. I think all the stuff we're talking about show up pretty directly. We're a little wider glass. We're not in flutes here, but
Right.
we're not in the big bowls either.
We wanted to be able to stick our nose in it, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some aroma out of it. Again, so like I said before, sort of like lemon cream, a lot of that.
Yeah.
A little bit of like some apples going on there
yeah.
too, like apple flavors, but pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah. Bubbles have a light feel to them, and definitely getting some of like that pie crust, dried apples, like just the edge of like kind of funky fruit on there.
Yeah. Just maybe would that be oxidation or no? No.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of guessing not, but it might be.
Maybe just a touch of it, but not.
If we were
I don't know.
professionals, we'd know exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
But we don't. We're just kind of guessing. So.
But the bubbles have a really nice light texture. They're very lightly effervescent as opposed to being like very bubbly. Yeah, good mouth feel. Nice wine.
Like yeah, that's something. I think the funky flavors kind of persist. Detract a little bit from it for me. But still pleasant, enjoyable. Like yeah, I drink multiple glasses. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
This would still disappear real fast at a party.
Yeah. The acid's nicely in check on it, right?
I agree. Yeah.
It's got maybe just a little bit of sugar. I can kind of a little bit of sweetness in the finish. Pairs really well with the fruit and the way the acid is. It's ends cleanly enough.
Mm-hmm.
There is a little bit of funkiness going on in the finish, but it's not like bad. Yeah, delicious.
A little bit of fruit shows up on the finish. Yeah.
They got 85, 86.1.
What was that? Yeah, 84 for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, right.
No,
in the
85.
neighborhood, but yeah.
But I don't know what I wish we should look the price points up on you.
We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Not only is this in the neighborhood of $20, the other two are as well.
Yep.
So
Just
frame of
slightly
reference. So price-wise, more in competition with like high-end cava, and then champagne. And definitely, I think delivering at the price point, right?
I think if you put it in that context, it totally delivers,
Yeah.
right? Like this has got a little more roundness, a little more sweetness, a little more going on than your typical cava. I said your typical cava is also like $10.
Right.
Right.
And I like this more than most of those.
This is a really nice in between champagne or right.
Yeah, like I
nicely placed right in the middle.
It's not a
champagne
$50
and cava.
bottle of wine, right?
Right.
But yeah, but that's,
I quite like
I
it.
think it delivers. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
next one.
All right. So this is the Thierry and just Thierry Brut, right? Yeah, Thierry Brut. So let's see if not pointing at the light at least.
Come on,
point at Chaz. Point at Chaz.
Do it. Nice.
Wow.
Like a professional.
Yeah.
Like a wine professional.
Now I just got to not make faces when I'm doing it, so people believe I know what I'm talking about. I guess we missed.
You do know what you're talking about.
I guess we missed the rinse. Or you can take this. We'll just. You can do it. Well done.
Ooh.
It's been a long time since I've done that to you.
Yeah, it has.
Whew.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry. All right, so
Okay.
this is the Thierry Franciacorta Brut,
Yep.
just their standard Brut. Looked it up on Wine Searcher, $20 to $24 somewhere in there.
Yeah. Looked up a little bit of their site. Just another historical site. A lot of these have a lot of history behind them, so it's a little more difficult to talk about because I think in a lot of places you're like, oh, they've been at it for hundreds of years in the region or whatever, but it's true for a lot of stuff in these regions. This guy's
Right.
a newer business, but running out of an old winery, so we'll get to that.
Okay. This one smells yeasty,
I agree.
like very yeasty.
And more like the bread yeast than like the hint of pie crust or whatever that was.
Right. Yeah. This is more like wet yeast or something.
Sure.
Some citrus, like kind of limes.
Definitely, yeah.
For me, like almost like a lemon cream or a lime or a key lime or something, but
A little lighter on the nose than this is too. It's not.
yeah, the fruit is
It's
sort
not
of,
really rushing out of the glass at you, but yeah.
I totally agree. That leaves the yeasty notes to really be the predominant thing on the nose. So. Huh. A lot of acid on this one compared to the last one. This one is far more cutting with its acid. I don't even feel the bubbles almost. Maybe it's just because the acid was like overtaking my tongue here.
I feel them a little bit, but yeah, you're right. They are definitely a little
On the
less
lighter
of that
side.
going on in the glass than in the previous one.
Right. Easier to chug, right?
Mm.
So.
It turned out well for you.
Yeah, most like limes, lime skins, again some green apple.
Yeah, the fruit's definitely a little fresher here. It
Yeah.
feels like definitely tartar. Yeah, more tartar.
Tartar. Yeah, tartar. Like green apples, like green grape skins too. I can sort of even taste like some grapes. I mean, it is grapes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's overall doesn't have the sort of like weird, like the light weirdness in the finish that the last one had.
Right.
So this is really clean. Another sort of straightforward wine, but the acid is juicy and it's nice. I don't know. It's good.
Yeah, and I kind of like it a little more. I think some people would definitely like it less, and we were talking about how this would definitely be hit at a party. I think this might be a little austere for some people.
Right.
Because the acidity's
Good
pretty
point.
crisp, but it works well for me.
Yeah, I can see this being. I mean, we say this could be a killer food wine. Like this is the sort of stuff I'd want to have with sushi or
Sure. I think like a nice salad too. Right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
can see that.
I've been eating a ton of sushi lately, so.
And I need to get out and try more.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So this one I'm liking quite a bit better than the last wine. Just the balance here, the way the fruit flavors come across, and the way the acid is. It's a little stronger in some regards, and a little less in other regards, but it's just better, more. Grammar is so poor today.
All right.
It's very well put together.
Yeah, I've been a little bit of yeasty character, and I agree that the bubbles fade kind of quickly. So I think if you're inclined to use a flute, like it's a little more.
Oh yeah.
A little more appropriate for this, or don't or if you go to the Burgundy glass, it'll be going still on you pretty quick. But I like the way the acidity sits around, edging into 87 for me. I think.
Yeah, that's right where I was going to say too.
And
86, 87.
And again for $20, this is something that I'd totally get to drink with friends or.
Right, and I would actually buy this in the future. I like
Nice.
this quite a bit.
Nice.
So, all right. So last wine, I'll see if I can pull the Dan here.
There you go.
Not shoot it all over the place.
Yeah.
Hey.
Solid.
All right.
Man, it just makes me think like the people who do that for a living do that 100 times in a night or whatever. That's got to be.
Because every once in a while you're not paying attention, right? And
Right.
It's like, yeah. So, funny story. When we were at Daruma, I went to Daruma for the first time. Place we just talked about the sushi restaurant. Went there on New Year's with our friend Matt and Allison, and we brought 2 bottles of champagne. And the second bottle, the second I took the cage off, loosened the cage, the cork shot off.
Whoa!
Yeah. And so, tiny restaurant, very intimate setting, and I'm sitting at the bar. Shoot
Did you do it or did the server do it?
I did
Oh,
it.
man.
No, so the servers actually didn't want to open it. Like they were like, "Oh, you guys go ahead.
Sure.
You don't need corkscrews. You don't need us to open them. So go
Right.
ahead."
Right.
So we opened them, and I looked like a goon. But everyone, it was New Year's, so it was very fitting.
So everybody loved it.
Yeah, everybody thought it was funny. So
It's good. Better than Valentine's Day, right?
yeah. I worked on Valentine's Day this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. In love with the grind. What can you say?
I am.
So
chips.
we popped this up. We'll put a photo up there, but they're
different.
Yeah, their little capsule on top is pretty crazy. All kinds of blinged out.
It's like a rave
on the cage
top
there.
on top of the
And it
cage.
kind of makes sense. I went to their website, and they again a lot of talk of the history of the location. That it's this great big old castle, huge underground caves in the shape of a cross, but fairly recent acquisition. And you can tell that they're really trying to, pushing the marketing hard, establish themselves as as a luxury brand and like making high end stuff.
I see.
Without being without, and that's not the sort of stuff that Chaz and I are usually into.
No.
But I definitely cut him some slack. I didn't normally when I look at stuff like that, I have to hear about how upscale things are 5 times in a sentence, and it wasn't like that at all. It was definitely more like they're just working on making impression with the marketing and with their image. And
Nice.
for somebody taking over a historic place, trying to revitalize something that was almost abandoned, I think that's cool.
That's always fantastic, actually.
To be
Rather
working hard
than-
to restore some of the traditions. Yeah.
Rather than to let it fade, at least.
Right.
Into nothing. So, the last one we have here, this is the Antica Frada.
Yeah.
Franciacorta Essence Brut. And it says on the back label here, it is actually a vintage wine, 2007.
Yeah, so that's cool. We just tasted some 2007 wines in the last,
That's true.
2 shows ago. But
Was it 2 shows ago?
yeah, I think so. Was it the last show? Oh, it is the last show. It is
Yeah,
the
it was
last
the last
show,
show,
yeah.
man.
I'm in the weird spot where we filmed that last week, but it's not online yet.
Right.
And now you're watching this 2 weeks after. What's time? What is time?
But 2007 was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. At least in
For
other
most
places
of the world, really. Yeah, we were
It
talking
was a
about
decent year. I mean, we made a lot of kind of average wines across the board, but there were, I think 2007s, at least for the Pinots, are starting to drink really nice.
And people think of Italy as a hotter place, but these guys are way up north. It said there's something like 2 hours east of Milan or something like that. So they're really edging in towards the Alps and cooler nights and grapes that are more appropriate for sparkling wine. Well, right. If you're growing Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Pinot Blanc, that's not the same place that you're growing, Brunello or
Right. No,
Sacramento.
much better weather for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is considerably different on the nose.
It's like an apple pie, a little bit of white
Yeah,
flowers. There's a
there we
lot
go.
going on here.
It was to say, it reminds me of sort of like fresh, like Honeycrisp apple, but
Yeah.
then it's got like some sort of like it was like apple pie. Like when someone pulls a fresh apple pie out of the oven, and it's still like not completely caramelized. Like it's got a little bit of fresh fruit still on top of it.
A little bit of yeast.
Yep.
A little bit of. There's a lot more jumping out of the nose on this one than on the previous two.
Something like really fresh in the nose too. I mean, there's that sort of like apple pie thing going on, but there's like a fresh burst of something there. That's what made me say,
Totally.
ripe honey crisps or something. But it smells really good.
You said that this vintage wine was 20 something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Decent. Very decent, actually.
Mm-hmm. This is real nice for me. I think there's some good apple flavors here that have a real sense of depth to them. You've like got, you was talking about like the honey crisp, and then like late on the finish, I'm getting flavors of honey without the weight.
Oh yeah.
Like tasting really high quality honey at the farmer's market or something like that. Just kind of lingers on the back of the tongue. The bubbles are still intact. Definitely keep things kind of fresh. It's not this. It's less tart than this one is. It's not
Agreed.
quite as acidic.
A little richness, a little sweeter on the finish. Great acid though. The way the acid is balanced with this wine, and then the way the bubbles are with it. The whole package is very good. So, but yeah, less straightforward. This is a little more complex. Little bit more depth to it. Kind of gets you thinking a little bit more. So,
still very pleasant and easy to drink. I can't imagine somebody not liking this wine.
What's that flavor?
Tough. Well, I know.
Yeah, no, it's go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting a little of the white floral thing from the nose. I'm getting on the front end of the palate too, before kind of the fruit, little pie crust. The honey thing comes in. Stays really light and elegant the entire time. This is,
Not bad, decent.
This is solid stuff.
I can't put my finger on it.
All right.
It's just you know when sometimes in wine where you've tasted something before, it's like you got that flavor there and I just can't pick it out of my brain right now. I'm sorry.
It's tough to bring it
happening.
in. Man,
it's like a.
We're gonna have to let it go. Anyway, this comes together really nicely for me. A little bit of complexity, really good flavors. Just barely into 90 points. I'm going to go there with it.
Okay.
I'd like a little more of complexity, I think, to feel really solid about that. A little more evolution, but it's edging in there, and I feel that I feel that it's there. I'm excited about the next glass. I would be excited about drinking another bottle. The fact that it's the same price point as these other two is kind of surprising to me.
Yeah. Now, granted, that's what Wine Searcher showed me. So
sure.
It could be,
fair enough.
Could be whatever. So we just pulled up Wine Searcher on all these wines really quick. This showed me like $22.89 or something like that.
Sure.
So granted,
a couple
retail,
bucks, a little, yeah.
If you sell it on a retail shelf at a supermarket, it might be like 27 or 26 or somewhere in that. But still, at that price point, like nicely placed in between champagne and cava, and I think it delivers as far as like complexity level. I think it'd probably be easy to pick out in a blind tasting of champagnes, just because I think this might have a little more Pinot Blanc to it. Sort of reminds me a little bit of Pinot Blanc.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know there.
But it's much better than cava, or much better than most cavas. The majority of cavas. Yeah. So. Yeah. Not to rip on cava. I've had some very good ones, but yeah. But you really, to find good cava, you got to do a little bit of work.
Man, and I'll say at least amongst the people I hang out with, or like the not wine hobbyist friends or whatever, like I see cava a lot as the sub $10 bottle of sparkling.
Yep.
And I'm generally not too interested.
It's really straightforward.
Yeah.
Just some
at best, sometimes. But enough of that.
Okay. Yeah.
This is really solid stuff. We're digging it. I encourage you to go out and try it if you see it.
This is like 88 plus 89 points for me.
Sure.
So, all right. Sorry, I throw my score.
No,
throw my score in
good,
here because we sounds like we're winding down here. But this is solid wine. Very good.
A little backup. So thanks again, Catherine. Always doing good stuff.
Thanks for sending us these wines.
Yeah, connecting us with stuff from around the world. Cool folks on there. We still need to get down to California to visit you guys.
Yeah.
At some point. And time for the question of the day. New website's up for those of you who haven't seen it. wineaseriesbusiness.com.
Please go check it out if you are subscribe to us on YouTube or you're just Facebook exclusive. Like pop over there and take a look at it.
Yeah.
Dan did some work to it. It looks awesome.
Thanks, man. And definitely like tell me what doesn't work, or if there's something glaringly wrong, just help me out. Like what do you suggest for a website? I'd love the feedback. Of course, we're not professionals. I can't do everything I'm supposed to with it, but if it starts your computer on fire or whatever, let me know, and hopefully there's something I can do.
Take photos.
To try to make that better. Post photos of your burning computer in the comments. We'd love that.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.